What's up YouTube, I'm just another guy and welcome to the Welsh way here with Aberystwyth Town. We are now halfway through the season. Wow, that seems quite weird, for me anyway, but we're halfway through the season. 26th of December, we're at Boxing Day. We've got a live com coming up against Afan Lido. We're just going to jump straight into the league. Actually, we're going to jump straight into the transfers. We've made one outgoing since you last saw me. Ewan Humphreys, he went out on a free. He spoke to me, said he wasn't happy, he was getting a lack of first team football, he wanted to play football, and he was on a contract basis, so I said to him, you can leave if you want, and he did. So, I signed him back in my first season. I think I signed him as a player. I don't think he was through the youth system. We can have a look at that in a second anyway. But I signed him, he was alright in the cup, he scored a hat-trick on his debut, and that's how I remember him. Didn't really play too much in the next seasons and stuff like that. This season, hadn't made an appearance all season long. Probably wasn't going to as well. I now feel he dropped way down the pecking order from when he originally came to now. Just didn't really develop, and he's got a lot of stats that need a lot of improving. 19 years of age, it's not really going to happen for him, but it was alright. Like I say, I will always remember him for his hat-trick and debut in the cup. But apart from that, that is pretty much it. So he's out of free. No, doesn't really impact the team too much, but I thought I'd talk about it. And yeah, he did. He did come in. I did sign him. So let's jump straight into the league table now. Back to our normal updates. And we find ourselves top of the table. So 16 games have been played. We have won 14, drawn 1, and lost 1. Scored 54. Sorry, there you go. Finally got it out. 54 goals. Conceded 22 with a goal difference of 32. So the best goal difference in the league, the best attack in the league, the second best defence in the league, the best points in the league. Great season. Very good. We did lose a game, yes. We did beat TNS. We've yet to play them again since the split. Before the split, we've yet to play them for the second time. So we didn't lose to them. We lost to another team. Of course, I'll go into the fixtures and I'll show you who. But overall, disappointed that we lost the game. I knew it was going to happen, and it had to happen at some point. Well, actually, no, it didn't have to happen, but I felt it was going to happen at some point in the season. I don't think our squad is that strong yet, or we can just waltz the Welsh Premier League table undefeated, with a 100% record. But we're doing very well. We are achieving it again. TNS just dropped points. We played earlier in the previous weekend in comparison to TNS. We won our game. I didn't check the TNS match. I was just continuing forward, and it looks like they lost again. So we are now 5 points clear of TNS, which is a very, very nice cushion. In comparison to third and fourth, we are crazy ahead of them. I think it's just a two-horse race right now between who can win the league and who will finish second. So, who can win the league currently still? So, Preston, Bangor City, Port Talbot, Ballard, TNS, and us. And the lowest team there are Bangor City, so 6th and above. Which means, if 22 points has already been cut off in a few games' time, Port Talbot won't be able to win the league mathematically. So, this league has been pretty easy for us. We picked up 43 points, and we only need 23 more points to match our tally from last season. And the way things are going this year, that is going to be very, very achievable. So onto the fixtures. Last time I saw you, of course, was the amazing 3-0 win. We're not going to go into too much detail with these, just because I'll go into a few details in a few games, just because it's pretty standard now that we seem to win. So I don't really want to waste you with the time, because we dominate games, we win games. Simple as. So after that game, we faced Port Talbot. Pretty of an epic cup game, really, 4-3. David Hislop gave us the lead after 9 minutes. Pren then gave us an additional goal, giving us a 2-0 cushion. I thought that was going to be enough to win the game, but it wasn't. They fought back. They got 2 before half-time. It was 2-2 at half-time. Again, the game was open in the second half. The game was anyone's for the taking. It depended on who came out and played better. And surprisingly, Port Talbot did. They come out, they took a chance, and they scored. They were winning 3-2. Not really much time left, 20 minutes, so I threw everything at them. I was attacking. I went for the game. Davis managed to pop up with 2 goals in the 74th minute and 90th minute to earn us a 4-3 victory. Great victory, and in a way pretty fortunate as well. But it's nice to progress through to the next round of the cup. After that, we faced Ballard. For these 2 games, I went to control tactic. Normally I play counter. I went to control these 2 games. We won 4-2. Pretty standard win. Actually, if I can get the goal scorers up there. A pretty standard win. Nigel Hamilton-Davis, David Hislop, Corey Sinnott, and Eddie Hislop as well, scoring in the process. And then against Bont. Sorry, I don't really know how to pronounce that still. James O'Neill scored a hat-trick and Davis scored 2. In these 2 games, though, I wasn't happy with the fact we conceded 5 goals in 2 games, so I decided to go back to a counter mentality, just because I felt it was better for us defensively if we went counter. That way we didn't concede as many goals and we didn't have to score 4 and 5 just to, win the game. We could easily take a 2-0 victory, for example. So after I faced Holyhead, we completely rotated the team that had just played again in the previous match, all with the exception of Reese Williams, who was in goal for us. I don't really like rotating my keeper when I rotate teams, but a completely different 10 men in front of him. And we won the game 2-1 against Holywell. So, they didn't make us work for it. I think their first shot of the game they managed to score from in that 72nd minute, so that showed that we were dominant. In the end, I went all attacking and we got 2 goals in 10 minutes. Probably could have gone out, attacking from the get-go and would have won the game pretty comfortably. But, won the game, that was the main thing. Progressed through to the next round of the Welsh Cup against Ton Plente in the Premier League Cup semi-final. We won that 2-0, progressing us through to the final, in which we will play TNS in the last game of the third last game of the season, if all things pan out like they did last season. Don't really know where that is. Is that Mesudu? I can't really see that from here, but, different stadium, nothing played there yet, so interesting to see how that game will be. That game, I'll probably livecom that just for the fact it is a rivalry match with TNS. And we don't really get them too often in cup finals, so it'd be nice to livecom that. Anyway, back to the league. This was the first game we've lost all season, and the only game up to this point that we've lost all season. So, 5-2 we lost to Port Talbot away from home. I honestly don't know what happened. For some reason, my defence just decided, we don't want to defend today. My keeper decided, I've been pretty consistent all season. I think I can slack off for this match. And we conceded 5 goals for some reason. So Wilson with a 6.1 rating, Devlin with a 5.7, Sinnott the best in the defensive half of the team with a 6.2, Hamilton Davis with 5.5, Pinker with 4.7, Smith with 5.2, and Connolly with 5.8. They were all just over the place. I don't know what happened. I made 2 defensive changes and still that couldn't stop them scoring. They took the lead in the 23rd minute, 1-0 at half-time. The game's pretty much still on. Decided to go out there, a different mentality from that point on, just because we weren't controlling the game. We didn't really have much of the ball. I decided to go out there, control the game, see if maybe, we were giving them a little bit too much time on the ball. If we went out there and tried to control the game ourselves, we'd find a little bit more success. And I think that backfired massively, because, alright, Pren did score in the 48th minute and gave us a 1-1 scoreline. We just couldn't started leaking in goals left, right, and centre, and that's how the 5-2 scoreline came about. So, really embarrassing defeat, and no, I didn't mean to click on that, sorry. Really embarrassing defeat, and something we'll just have to quickly move on from. I just get off this highlight as soon as possible. There you go. Then after that, we had 4 pretty bog standard wins against Preston. We won 3-1 with a David Hislop double and a Davis goal. Bangor City won 5-1. David Hislop, Hamilton Davis, Walters, and Sinnott scoring. Kevin Druids put up a tough challenge. Sorry if I get my words out again. Last 20 minutes of the game, I went out there attacking. Again, my mentality is normally counter, so for me to go attacking, it shows that we're not playing particularly well. In the end, it came from a corner. Hamilton Davis scoring the only goal of the game. I would say they're probably my bogey team. They offer a lot of challenge for some reason. And then last game before this update, Portsmouth Dog, we won 3-0. Pren, Hislop, and O'Neill getting on the score sheet there. So I'm hoping for a good win against Afan Lido. They are currently 9th in the table, not doing too well. And based upon form and things like that, I would say we probably deserve to come out on it based on form. So before I submit this team, I'm going to show you it, of course, as I always do. So in goal we have Wilson. On the right we have Devlin, Sinnott, Hamilton Davis, and Pren. On the left we have Davis. Centre mids we have Venables and Walters. On the right we have Pren again. And up front, David Hislop and O'Neill. A pretty bog standard team for us. The bench looks like this as well. Evans, Smith, Noble, James, Price, Hislop, and Christopher. I think this is the exact same team that I showed you last time from when you were last at our livecom. So it'll be interesting to see how we do. I'm expecting a comfortable win. I'm expecting hopefully a big win as well. That would be nice. But overall, a win is a win. So everyone's playing today, so it'll be interesting to see how Port Talbot do against TNS. And Mike Lewis, our ex-keeper, is actually playing for Afan Lido. So yeah, very, very interesting to see how we do. But the main thing for me right now is to see how, to hope that Port Talbot actually managed to pick up a result against TNS. Purely for the fact that, you know, if I want to sort this out really, really quickly because it bugs me otherwise. Yeah, I need to hope that Port Talbot can actually prevent a result for TNS, you know, get a draw or a win. As a ball comes in, and for some reason, Benson's just decided to tap that in his own goal after 23 minutes. I honestly don't know what happened there. I mean, Pren had the ball in. It wasn't exactly a particularly good cross. It wasn't like it was very hard. It wasn't like it was bobbling all over the place. But he just decided, you know, I'm just gonna poke that in. I'm gonna toe poke that in my own net. So 1-0 for us, good lead. Like I said, yeah, what I was trying to say anyway. Hopefully, Port Talbot can get a draw or a win against TNS, and TNS can drop further points on us, further points on the ground on the title battle. And we can hopefully secure this title with a few games to spare this season. But I think 2-2, oh wow, it's been a hell of a game, but here it's only our second highlight. In the 44th minute, the ball comes in, and it's cleared away. Davis, Venables at the edge of the box, pass it to Waters. Doesn't really take many long shots, but I like that in the centre mid when he, you know, not every shot has to be a long shot. Davis out on the left, played very well this season. Whips this one in, O'Neill's there. Goes for the shot, hits the post. Pretty difficult shot. I'm surprised he took it really, but hits the post. Really a good effort from that kind of angle, and on the turn as well. So overall, you know, really good so far. I have to say, you know, I'm happy with this performance. Nothing suggests that I shouldn't be. You know, they've had 0 shots on target. So have we, but we got a lucky goal. We got a fortunate goal, and that's all that matters at the end of the day. Still a draw here at Port Talbot, which is good, which is what I want to see. Like I said, I don't particularly care if, you know, TNS lose or draw that game, as long as they don't pick up maximum points. That is the key thing. James O'Neill's having an absolute stinker today. We're going to have to bring it on Eddie Hislop and swap the Hislop brothers around. And we're going to take Waters off, and we're going to bring Sammy James on and swap him and Venables around. Just so they suit their roles a little bit more and a little bit better. Because Hislop is quite tall like a target man, and James is a lot more, you know, of a forward midfielder, an attackingly thinking midfielder than a defensive-minded one. And we are on key highlights, and surprised we've not really had any more highlights. Just highlights there in quick succession. It didn't sound right to me. Right, with the shot, and oh my god, he's got a goal from Afan Lido. Wow. That is a real surprise. And I think we've just drawn to Afan Lido. Eddie Hislop is there. David Hislop, no, couldn't do anything. And yes, we've just drawn to Afan Lido. Really surprisingly. And you know what? That's not good enough. It's not good enough. We really should be doing a lot better. So for some, you know, somehow we've dropped points to Afan Lido. And really, we didn't play well enough. 1 shot on target. That's just abysmal for a team with the best attack in the league. And I think this is the first time all season that we've actually failed to hit the target more than once. So a lot of messages, nothing relating to us though. So TNS ended up finishing the game with a 3-3 draw, which is good for us. They didn't gain any ground on us. Bala as well drew. So in the end, the only teams winning are teams in the bottom half of the table that aren't going to affect the standings too much from our point of view. So that's all good for us. I mean, that's definitely better. So next time I meet you back will be 3 games into the split. I was meant to set the highlights to extended. I'm sorry about that. I will change it for the next time. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this episode. Hopefully you enjoyed the update. We're doing very, very well, and I predict another league title coming our way. So until next time, guys, peace out.